development matters. Being in the right situation matters. Having the right coach matters. Having the right team matters. Everything has to gel. This is a team sport. And I love that he set this tone straight right now. I love me some Coach Monken. And I just love this, y'all. He is literally telling them, I'm not giving y'all shit, okay? No matter how much y'all ask, no matter what y'all want to know, we are locked in this locker room, and y'all not about to get shit from us, period, okay? That part.
Auntie Faye breaks the huddle. Auntie Faye breaks the huddle.
Living life in Miami, so we talking that sports, and I'm loving them Browns. We don't care what you thought. Then we check Shedeur, and we root for them Ravens. Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports with me.
Don't talk nice to me. Talk sports with me. Auntie Faye breaks the huddle.
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 It's your girl Auntie Faye. We are back with another video, baby. Today was the first day back, okay? Training camp started today for the Browns. Shedeur is back. Everybody's back. Well, really, it was the first day back for the rookies, not for the vets. But Deshaun was also there too, and he's a vet. I mean, I expect him to be there anyways. So today is all about Todd Monken. We're gonna hear a lot of conversation about Todd Monken and let me take that back. Today, conversation is about Coach Monken. Respect, okay? Respect. Conversation about Coach Monken. We're gonna hear a lot of conversations about him, and we're also gonna hear him talk about Shedeur and Deshaun, the QBs, and he's also gonna be talking about Myles Garrett, okay? What I took from a lot of the clips today is that a lot of the Browns media, meaning like 92.3, Tony Grossi, those type of people, I don't think they really care for Coach Monken. I really don't. It feels like they don't think he knows what he's doing. And it also feels like they kind of wish he would hurry up and name somebody. I like the fact that he hasn't yet. I like the fact that he's taking his time, and I hope he continues on to take his time. In the meantime, niece and nephew, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you have the post notification right, your numbers to upload from Auntie. Make sure you like the video, then hype the video, like it first, and then hype it. You get 3 hypes. So we make sure you use them on me. All right, y'all, let's get right to it, baby. I should have been done this video, but my Wi-Fi was tripping, so I got up and went for was it a 2.5 mile walk or 3 mile walk? One of them. I'm so proud of myself. Came back, showered, threw on my robe, and I'm ready. Okay, the Wi-Fi is good now. All right, let's get right to it, y'all. Okay, you guys. So in this clip, Ryan Ripken show. Now he is speaking to Coach Monken, and he's gonna ask Coach Monken the real reason behind the Myles Garrett trade. That's an interesting question to ask. I don't know, but let's listen in to what he has to say.
My former teammate here in Baltimore, I just saw him at the All-Star game, and he was bombarded with trade questions. And then he sits there and he's like, I'm not thinking about it. And the GM, President Elias, comes out and says, we want him. And then now there's reports saying, well, they're listening. I feel like that's something you guys similarly were looking at. Where like Myles was sitting there of, hey, here's the options, but you guys got such a good deal. And Jared Verse is a beast, by the way. It was not like you just, oh, hey, we're throwing in a guy. You're bringing one of the better defensive players in the league with the picks. I mean, how is that navigate on your side? You said about building blocks, but if the price is right and you're able to get pieces that you think are ultimately going to help you, what's something that went through with you in that process?
Well, first off, let's go back a little bit to what you were talking about, which is, and then I'll get to the Myles, which is, no one is beyond getting fired. Okay, so that is all what we deal with in professional sports.
Right.
And then very few players are untradeable. So you always have to listen, and an owner always has to decide whether they think the current staff that they have is going to take our team to the promised land, right? That's the world we live in. That's what we're paid to do. And if the owner doesn't believe that, then he's going to move on. And if a team doesn't believe this player is going to help us reach a certain plateau, then they're going to move on. When you talk to the media, you're not able to always say exactly what you want to say. Like, you can't have a general manager say, hey, every one of our players is tradable. Like, we could get rid of every one of them.
I just love that he said that. I love that he said that because there's a lot of people, if you guys don't remember, Andrew Barry was sitting down, I don't know if it was with 92.3 on the phone or something, and Andrew said something like about, like he wasn't gonna let go of, like he wants to keep all four, you know what I mean? Like whatever happened, you know what I mean? So then I came on and said, Andrew Barry is not gonna tell y'all exactly what he is going to do, right? And the 92.3 and Tony Grossi was like, what is he doing? It's too much shit going on. I'm like, why would Andrew Barry tell y'all exactly what he is going to do? You know what I mean? Like, he would never do that. You know what I'm saying? No matter if he decided to trade whoever or keep whoever or to obtain anyone, he would never come out and tell you exactly what he was. I love the fact that he said that. But 92.3, the fan, or all these other Cleveland media people, they like hone in on the shit that he says. Well, he said he wasn't going to trade Myles Garrett. He said he wasn't going to do this. He said a lot of things. Okay.
No, you're just not going to say that. But what you do say is, no, we love Myles Garrett, and we do. We love this player. We see him being an Oriole for life. We see this player being a Raven for life. But there's other things that come into play. Contract, the deal you get, your future. There's a lot of things. You know this. You've been involved with baseball. So the thing is there's no ability to always be transparent. Other than saying, we love this player. I would hope that when I was at the Ravens, it didn't work out, that the people there appreciated the work that I did. But it didn't go the way we wanted. Okay, that's fine. But they're not going to come out and say, during the season, XYZ about me or Harbs or whoever or a player. So let's just start with that. We all know that's part of what we do. That's the world we live in.
Okay, that is just him letting y'all know he not going to tell y'all shit. Okay, he not gonna give y'all nothing, no matter how much y'all try to ask or damn near request some shit. Because once again, remember he said that he is going to name a QB before camp is over, blah blah blah. And then Tony Rizzo or Tony Grossi, one of them, trying to get upset. Well, he said he was gonna name someone, like he lied and da 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 da. Like he's not here for y'all. He's here for the team. And I love that he set this tone straight right now. I love me some Coach Monken. And I just love this, y'all. He is literally telling them, I'm not giving y'all shit. Okay? No matter how much y'all ask, no matter what y'all want to know, we are locked in this locker room and y'all not about to get shit from us. Period. Okay? That part.
Coaches don't get traded for the most part, but players do. And I think that's the tough business for them. The day-to-day of the what if. With Myles, the bottom line is we would have not made the deal without Jared Verse. And I think this is more of a question for Andrew Barry, but I'm here now. It's like, ultimately, the trades that were done for other players the year before, earlier in the year, when you're just doing it for draft picks, the hit rates say it's at 60%-ish on a first-round pick. Well, let's say you got 2 or 3 first-round picks. Well, there's no guarantee they all hit.
Right.
There is none. Listen, we would not have done it without Jared Verse. We have an affection for Jared, what he brings to the table as a young player. Hell, defensive rookie there in Pro Bowl. Look it up. There's only been 16 or 17 of these dudes. Like, holy cow. So we got him. That opens up a year from now, probably almost close to $30 million in cap space because of the change out, which adds what? Another player. Then you get a first-round pick, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick. Now, you could argue and say, this isn't a trade for 2026. Jared Verse straight for Myles Garrett. Okay, you probably don't do that. That's fine. That's okay. But we wouldn't have done it without Jared Verse. And because Jared's worth more than a 1. He's a proven product. You could argue that we got 2 1s for him, which is a good player, another 1, a 2, and a 3, and another player. Pretty damn good deal. And it had nothing to do with Myles.
Yep.
Zero to do because he is a first ballot.
Once again, I just feel like Coach Monken is just speaking to the media right now. Because if you guys have been listening to the media has said, we lost Myles Garrett. What do we have? Like, Jared Verse is cool, but he's no Myles, you know, like the LA Rams won this and not us. Like, you would hear them say stuff like that, right? They just be like flip-flopping, you feel me? But I love the fact they said, listen, like, we got a good deal with Jared Verse, right? Like, a really, really good deal. And I love the fact that he is saying that. And I like the fact that he is honing in on Jared Verse as well. I think Jared Verse is a great player. Okay, I think he's a great player. And I think he's gonna bring a lot to the Browns, to be honest with y'all. A lot. Okay, so on this clip, I think this clip they're talking about Shedeur and Deshaun, okay?
He had good players. And it was there, the start of it. And for whatever reason, us as coaches and as an organization, we didn't take the next step. And then you go through the last few years where, you know, you signed Deshaun and he's gotten hurt. And that hasn't come to fruition. And so you go through that, and I really believe we're right. It's a great time to be the head coach of Cleveland Browns, because I really believe.
Come on, Cleveland.
With the last couple of drafts, we're a young team. I believe that our job obviously is to develop our younger players, right? And then we're gonna, whether it's Shedeur, whether it's Deshaun, or whether it's Dylan, or you know, our quarterback situation, you've got to find a way to right that. And I do think Deshaun and Shedeur had really good springs. So I really believe it's no better time than to be the head coach of the Browns. We're young, our guys love to work. It's been a great transition for us and the staff. And we're just looking forward to getting into camp and seeing where we're at. And so I just think it's the right time for us to keep working to ascend and to try and build a consistent winner that, you know, people ask all the time, like, as an older coach, like, why would you trade Myles Garrett? The guy would want to win this year. It's like, no, really my job ought to be that in 20 years from now, this was the start of where teams are saying, why aren't we more like the Browns?
Okay, Browns. Come on now. Okay, Coach Monken talking that shit. You hear me? And I love how positive he's being as well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I mean, listen, for those people that are still saying Dylan is in the run, for me, Dylan is going to be traded. I don't see them keeping Dylan for any reason. I mean, I don't know how the trade is going to go, but I like the fact, if you notice, he said Shedeur and Deshaun had really good spring, like really good spring camp. You know what I mean? Like, it was great. So, I mean, for me, I know that Coach Monken is going to put them through there, okay? And that's what I want. I want Coach Monken, pads are about to be on. I want Coach Monken to put them through this. That way he knows for sure who he wants to start off, okay? Because I think, y'all remember, week 1, I think, is against the Jags. I think week 2 is against Tampa Bay. Hold on, let me see. Is week 2 against Tampa Bay? Let me see, y'all. Oh, the preseason came up. Oh, the preseason is already up. That's crazy. So, y'all, the preseason is going to be Browns against the Bears. August 15, y'all. That's right around the corner, y'all. Oh, shit. The second game is going to be the Browns versus Bills. The third game is going to be the Browns versus the Patriots. That's crazy, right? And week 2 of the real season is going to be against Tampa Bay. Y'all, this is really good. So the first week is going to be against the Jags, Travis Hunter. Second week is going to be Tampa Bay, Baker Mayfield. That's going to be a big game. That's going to be Baker Mayfield against the Browns, okay? Now, I don't think Baker Mayfield has an issue with the Browns. I think he just has an issue with Kevin in general, right? And the third week will be Browns against the Panthers, which is going to be against Jimmy Horn. The first 3 weeks are going to be crazy. And I know a lot of people say if Shedeur isn't QB1, they're not going to watch. You're going to watch, because if you're a fan of Shedeur, I'm assuming you're a fan of Travis. You're going to want to see him play. You're going to want to see what Baker does to the Browns, because he used to play for the Browns. And then you're going to want to watch your nephew, Jimmy Horn, okay? So let's continue on, all right? Let's continue on. Here is our nephew walking into the building, honey, okay? Come on, nephew. Ready to go? Ready. I love this. Is that Taylor Green? Is that him? Let's see that again.
Ready.
It is. I love this, y'all. Okay, I love this. So our nephew is in the building, okay? Our nephew is ready, okay? And I truly believe he is ready. Now we're going to continue on to a little bit from 92.3 The Fan. I know y'all don't care to listen, but I really want to listen. And it's not Anthony Lima, so no worries, okay?
This dude got a track record of winning and developing players.
Come on,
and
Earl.
yet some people still like, nah, it's the quarterback. Okay, well, give him the opportunity to develop the quarterbacks that's here. It's not like Todd Monken took this job not knowing the QBs in the room.
Exactly.
Yeah, it basically comes down to how much you think coach development matters versus what a player's true like ceiling is.
What the Earl? What the hell is his name? Is this Spencer German? What the hell does that mean? How much quarterback development matters? Period. Player development matters. Period. Like, you hear so many stories about athletes who's never played football before and like started training with one person and now they're just the great. You know what I mean? You hear so many stories of players. You hear so many stories of players transitioning from basketball to football, and they never been really that good at football, but they just had the right coach, and now they're great at it. Player development matters. I just think, once again, I feel like people are still judging Shedeur in general off of 6.5 games. Let me bring that back again. Baby, Earl be cooking.
This dude got a track record of winning and developing players, and yet some people still like, nah, it's the quarterback. Okay, well, give him the opportunity to develop the quarterbacks that's here.
That's right.
It's not like Todd Monken took this job not knowing the QBs in the room.
Yeah, it basically comes down to how much you think coach development matters versus what a player's true like ceiling is talent wise. You know what I'm saying? Like it's figuring out where that those two things intersect to a degree. I believe Todd Monken is the type of coach that's going to pull the most out of players based on what we've seen, especially on the offensive side of the ball, right? He's a motivator. He knows what guys' strengths are and he identifies those things and tries to play into them or lean into them. And I think that's what makes you a good coach if you can do those things effectively. Whether you're a head coach, an OC, a DC, whatever, I think that's what makes you a successful coach. So I like that he brings that approach.
Ciao. I feel like he started stuttering because of Earl. Baby, he know Earl was coming with that energy, honey. I just think that if you have, listen, we see, you know how many quarterbacks out there that they have been calling horrible eventually started playing great in their 6th, 7th, 8th year. What's the guy that used to play for the New York Giants? Then he got picked number 1 for the New York Giants, right? He was horrible in the Giants. He was great in college, got to the Giants. I mean, the wrong coaching staff. It was bad for him. Then he went to the Colts and started cooking. He started cooking. What's it the name? Daniel Jones started cooking, okay? And it's so many other players like that. I mean, my goodness, Sam Darnold, won a damn Super Bowl. People were counting him out for years, and he won a Super Bowl, y'all. Like, player development matters. Being in the right situation matters. Having the right coach matters. Having the right team matters. Everything has to gel. This is a team sport. Okay? Team including the coach. Everything has to gel in general. You know what I mean? Y'all, I don't know, y'all. Maybe I'm just tripping. Maybe I'll just be thinking wrong or just right outside the box. This clip is Tony Grossi. Y'all know I don't really care for Tony Grossi, but we're gonna listen to what he has to say. I did not see this, so let's listen there right quick.
The quarterbacks, how long do you think it'll be before Todd says this is our starter?
They can't wait.
I think one preseason game. The first game is Chicago, and then I think he'll announce it.
You know what I'm worried about? One guy will start that first preseason game, and after they play, then I could see Monken going, well, we want to see the other guy get a chance to start the second one. I hope not, but I could see that happen.
Well, I don't think many regulars will play game 2, which is against Buffalo. They have that one joint practice.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a
That'll
good
be
point.
their game day.
Yeah, good point.
But games 1 and 3, I would hope to see more playtime among the regulars.
You know what though? You know what I think is actually going to happen? I think that if Coach Monken wants to know by game 1, I think he'll put one player like the first half and then put the second player in the second half, right? That's how I feel, right? I feel like that's how he's gonna know who is going to be his one. I don't think he's gonna let Deshaun play a full game. You know what I mean? I don't think so. I don't think he's gonna let Shedeur do that. And then game 2 will be Dylan, and then game 3 will be Taylor Green. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how I feel should happen. I don't know. You guys let me know in the comments. Let me know how you guys feel about Coach Monken speaking on Miles Garrett, speaking on Shedeur and Deshaun. And are you excited about the preseason, baby? August 12th is right around the corner, y'all. Right around the corner. We will soon know who will be QB1. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget, need to don't talk nice to me. Talk sports
Auntie
with me.
Faye,
Ciao.
brace the hood.